Hello everyone and welcome to the legendary Monza circuit for the opening round of the 2019.1 South African simGP series. A bit surprised to bring it to this evening as we had stage 4 load shedding of course in South Africa, but we've got a good number of drivers on track this evening, so we're going to go ahead with proceedings. So that's great news for all involved, and unfortunately bad news for some people actually hit by load shedding. But anyway, we've got a race this evening. The Division 1 race, of course, this evening, and on Wednesday evening will be the Division 2 race. And if you're watching this and you want to get involved in the racing, you're welcome to join that Wednesday race. And as we watch Rousseau, unfortunately involved in an incident on his first flying lap, so that would have hampered his qualifying run there, unfortunately. We're having a look at Corner Breed now in the number 3 car. And his debut GP race at SimRace South Africa. Let's see how he gets on this evening. And this is Leslie Oliphant. Late sign up to the championship, but great to see Oliphant, of course, the 2018.1 South African simGP champion, drivers champion. Great to see him back in the secured RPM car. Right, we've got the first times up on the board, and it is Timothy Haynes leading his brother Daniel. So Timothy driving for Ghostworks, of course, and Daniel driving for Volante Racing. And of course we look forward to seeing that inter-family rivalry throughout the season. Leslie Oliphant now pops up into second position. So he splits the brothers. Jan Spammers now up into third position. As Daniel has unfortunately left the server. Hopefully we can get him back soon. We've got JC Krobler, big spin into the wall, he goes, currently in 4th position, Corner Breed in 5th, and JP Paul in 6th position. So we're just over 10 minutes remaining now, just 6 drivers have put times on the board. Matthew Boy now about to start a flying lap for Synergy Racing. Big shout out to our YouTube live spectators. Welcome everybody. See Leandre and Durkee commentating in the chat. Gabriel Rousseau has put down his first flying up, a 1:34.080. He should knock about 10 seconds of the lap time used for his next run. And of course our fastest driver throughout the weekend, Bashir Jadwat, will not be racing this evening, unfortunately. And that has allowed Devon Isher to take his position. So Squadron Ghostworks with one less gun in the fight, and it's all up to Gabriel Rousseau to fly the flag for Squadron Ghostworks this evening. Daryl just saying in the live chat, hope load shedding doesn't hit anybody. Unfortunately it has hit a couple of drivers, but we look to have around sort of 17 drivers racing this evening, so that's enough for a race thankfully, and those drivers have another chance to race on Wednesday, luckily. Gabriel Rousseau now, provisional pole position for him, a good 4/10 of a second quicker than Timothy Haynes. Timothy Haynes now looking to improve on his best lap time. See what Timothy can come up with now. Through Parabolica we go. He's not going to quite get the drive. Yes he will, but will he improve before the line? I don't think so. Timothy Haynes will stay second. Leslie Oliphant now up into third. About level with his best delta time so far. Oh, a big twitch there. That's hampered him, unfortunately. He's not going to improve this time around. Bread now up into 5th position. Spammers in 6th. Let's see what Jan Spammers can do. In the stealth-tuned entry. Cameron now putting this team together last minute, but done very well to get 4 drivers together. Let's see what they can do this season. Spammer's now at 10th, up on his best lap time. Trying to challenge Bread there for 5th position, but he needs 4/10 of a second for that, not 1/10. Spammers now, he's got that 4/10 of a second. Let's see if he can maintain it through Parabolica. Can he? Oh, he's lost out slightly. Is it enough? Yes, I think it's going to be to challenge Bread for 5th. Yes, Spammers goes to 5th. Good effort. Good 4/10 of a second behind Daniel Haynes, however, for 4th position. And Lawrence Sterner now, he is up into 7th. Rudy Murray is back on the server and up to 8th position for Volante Racing. Mark Hennebury now up into 9th for Phantom Ghostworks. His teammate Chris Heineck unfortunately hit by load shedding this evening, so that's going to hurt the team scoring for this round at least. But each driver does have 1 drop round, which does not count as the worst result. Gets taken away before the final championship standings are calculated. Through a scar we go, turn 7. Now the back straight towards Parabolica. And Mark Henry's got 6/10 of a second. And this is probably going to give him... It's going to go quite high up the order, probably 5th position or so. Nice drive through Parabolica. Mark Hennebury will go to 10th position. Only I thought he would improve a lot more than that. But as I said, that Spammer's now up into 3rd position. Wow, big surprise here. Great to see Spammers doing well and taking it to the front runners. Just a 10th off Timothy Haynes, but 6/10 off Rousseau. Spammers heads up for another flying lap. Rousseau now improves to 25.298 at 5/10 on Timothy Haynes. JP Paul now up into 8th for Black Widow. Timothy Haynes now up 2/10 on his best delta time. Let's go on board with Timothy Haynes. And the car we're using is based on a 2000 spec Formula 1 car. This car is made by the Modern Group Race Sim Studio, who make incredible mods for Assetto Corsa. And, great to have that car in use this season. Of course, last season we used the Formula 2, 2016 Formula 2 car. We're going to V10 Formula 1. Timothy Nelson smooth through Parabolica, looking for a 10th. He's not going to challenge Rousseau for pole position, however. 25.795 for Timothy Haynes. Rousseau improves again to 25.116. Oliphant now about square with his best delta time in the secured RPM car. No, there's no DRS this season, Jonathan Bentz. Much simpler system this season. That rear wing will be not doing any movements this season. We've got just over 2 minutes left on the board. Oliphant's looking to improve by a 1/10 of a second. And this could give him third position if he keeps this up. So challenging Spammers for third now. Let's see if we can get it right through Parabolica now. Oliphant will go 2/10 quicker. This will give him third, definitely. Yeah, 25.934. Now he needs another 2/10 to get on terms of Timothy Haynes. I think that's the end of Oliphant's effort for this session. So he will start no better than third position. Haynes starts another flying lap now as he tries to find 6/10 of a second to Gabriel Rousseau. Rousseau's gone up for another attempt. He's trying to break that 24 barrier, I think. So going down the order to see if anyone else is improving. Scott Pino's on the 7 now. He's up to 8th position. No one improving so far. Matthew Boy has gone to 12th with a 27.221 for Synergy Racing. His teammate Quake Classes might be able to join the server if his load shedding schedule is anything to go by. So we might see him join just as the race starts. But yes, we had 42 entries over the hot lap qualifying sessions this weekend, and this is the Division 1 race we're watching now. The Division 2 race will be on Wednesday evening. So another great entry this season for the GP series, which is going from strength to strength, I'm happy to report. Timothy Haynes now on par with his best delta. I'm not sure if he has enough time to get around before this session comes to an end, but let's just stay with him. This is this glorious V10 soundtrack. Rudy Moreno up to 10th position, the 26.954. He displaces Paul. Timothy Haynes hasn't got it. It's got enough to challenge Rousseau. Nobody does, in fact. And that is the end of qualifying. And while we wait for the formation app to get underway, we will take a short break. Don't go away. Welcome back to Monza. We have started the formation lap, and Rousseau just leading the field around before he gets the race started from the final corner of the circuit, Parabolica. It is Gabriel Rousseau for Squadra Ghostworks will start from pole position ahead of Timothy Haynes in the sister team car. In the Rebel Ghostworks entry, Leslie Oliphant will start from third position in the RPM car. Jan Smammers from fourth for Stealth Tuned. Daniel Haynes in the first of the Valente Racing entries for fifth position. Corner Briere up to sixth position. Very impressive. In his debut GP race at Simracing South Africa. Debut as well for Jan Spammers in fourth position. Great to see the new faces doing well straight away. Mark Embry from 7th in the Phantom Ghostworks entry. Skark Pienaar from 8th. In the Synergy Racing car, Lawrence Sterner from 9th position. Rudy Murray from 10th position in the second Volante car. JP Paul from 10th in the Black Widow car. Matthew Boy for Synergy Racing will start from 12th position. Stephen Sparks will start from 13th for Redline. Sean Laria from 14th position. We'll go back to the front now as Rousseau is about to get this race underway. He can speed up from the entry to Parabolica. And off we go. Rousseau has got the race underway. Seeming has got the jump on Timothy Haynes. Haynes under pressure straight away from Oliphant. Look at this. Towards turn one we go. And Oliphant looking to go around the outside of Haynes, but Haynes having nothing of it. Haynes is outbraked Leslie Oliphant. Back on the power we go. Pienaar has got Hennebury for 7th position already. Murray's got Sterner for 9th. So position change is happening already. Murray defending from Sterner. Nice clean start so far. Haynes has fallen back to 6th position. What has happened to Timothy Haynes? Happening off camera unfortunately. And Sean Lario is down to 17th as well. Sterner under pressure from Paul now. Paul trying to go up the inside, but Sterner breaks him. Through Ascari we go now. Oh, someone slow. Who's that? It's Murray. Murray's had a problem through Ascari. He's lost two positions. It could be a third position too as Matthew Boy is trying his luck now. Pulls out of the slipstream up the inside of Parabolica. And Boys made that move stick on Murray. So Murray hemorrhaging positions for the moment. Murray's coming back though. Wow, 2 positions down the main straight. Is Murray. Oh, and Boys outbraked himself. Oh, he's made contact with Paul. Is that Paul? Could be. No ABS on these cars, of course, and that can happen. Yeah, Boyd just making contact with Paul, and around Paul went. Pienaar's got Haynes now for 6th position. So much action, it can hardly keep up. Krobler in the pits, unfortunately. Vicious falling back to 13th too for Redline. Hennebury's got Haynes for 7th position. Pienaar now challenging Spammers for 5th position. Let's go on board with Pienaar. Oh, up the inside. Wow, he's just like that. The Spammers break early. He must have. And Pienaar says thank you very much. I'll have that 5th position back. Now Paul is falling back again to 15th. Now 16th position. Hennebury 2 now approaching Spammers. On board with him now. The corner, Breer doing a sterling job there in 4th position. Just 1.2 seconds behind Timothy Haynes. And Oliphant now to 2nd, 4.8 seconds behind Rousseau. We'll stay with this fight between Hennebury and Spammers. Looks like a good run to watch now. Hennebury's got the run on Spammers up the inside into Ascari. It's got that move done. Great move. Spammers under pressure from a recovering Timothy Haynes. Can he go on the outside? Oh, he's trying to. Oh, he's got that job done, has he? Wow, look at that. How's that for confidence? As Rousseau puts in the fastest lap of the race. 27.2, I think that was. And Murray now trying to recover. He's side by side with Sterner. But Sterner's having nothing of it. Oh, as Stephen Sparks runs wide, there'll be the pressure from his team principal, Peter Kelnes. 2 red line cars now, line astern. Paul has got Laurier for 15th position. Oh, Kelnes gets it all wrong. Around he goes. Oh, he's going to cause a bit of incident there, I think. Boy, he had nowhere to go, but avoids an accident with him. Timothy Haynes now approaching Mark Hennebury for 6th position. Rossona to the 27.492, the next fastest lap of the race. Stephen Sparks has passed Murray, who's had a big spin, it looks like, on the exit of Ascari. So the Volante car not looking too healthy. Looks like Boy as well involved, and Lisha too. But Murray looks like he's trying to limp back to the pits to get that car. Oh, the steering's bent pretty badly. Murray just trying to get back to the pits. His Breed is what's happened to Pino? Pino's had he's outbraked himself into turn 1, I think. Looks like he was challenging Breed for 4th position and went off. Sterner passes Pino for 8th position. Boy into the pits from 13th, I think involved in the incident with Murray. Boy, Murray and Lario in the pit lane now. And each driver must do at least 1 pit stop, so they could be getting their pit stop out the way as well while they repair damage and try and fuel up and put a fresh set of tyres on and get to the end and see where they end up. Sterner with a move on Pino. Great stuff up the inside. Pino trying to come back at him now. As Stephen Sparks watches on. On board with Pino, side by side. Oh, he's brave. Oh, he's on the track there, almost stationary. I think it was Sean Lario. No, it was Rudy Murray, in fact. We go back to the Pinar-Sterner battle for 8th position now. Steven Sparks says past Sterner too. Sterner just having a bit of problem exiting that last corner. Sparks there to take it. Whoa, as Sterner comes flying back past. Is Sterner running a lot less aero when compared to Sparks? Looks like that. Looks like that. Murray's got Lario for 16th position as Lario is back into the pit lane. Here comes Steven Sparks once again. $17,800 RPM. Look at that. Almost 300 kilometers an hour down the main straight. And still, he couldn't get past Sterner. Oh, and a big spin there for Sparks. Into the wall he goes. Not too bad. But he won't challenge Sterner for a long time again. Back to the front now, and Gabriel is having it all his way. A good 12.3 seconds ahead of Oliphant. And Rousseau coming on strong now. Preparing himself for his pit stop. I think trying to get that pit stop gap back to second place man Leslie Oliphant. Sterner's got Pinar for 9th. I think Pinar's had a spin, looks like. And Holden-Jones has dropped back behind Steven Sparks. Spammers has got Hennebury. What's happened to Hennebury? Also recovering from a spin. Go to the Oliphant. And Daniel Haynes has outbraked himself into turn 1. I saw him shoot to be ahead of Oliphant, but just getting his braking point wrong. And now he's a good 2 seconds behind Oliphant. But this will be a battle to watch out for. So it's currently Squadra, Ghostworks leading secured RPM. And then we've got Volante racing in 3rd position. We've got Cornet Breed, somewhat of a dark horse out of nowhere, doing a fantastic job in 4th position. Everybody's staying away from him. Nice and consistent. But he does have a very quick Timothy Haynes bearing down him. A gap just 2.6 seconds now. Boy, into the pits again, unfortunately. Krubler currently in 14th now for stealth tuned. Demolition unfortunately is disconnected from the server. Our first retirement now is Lisha. Oh, and Krubler's got it wrong. Haynes now just 7/10 of a second behind Oliphant. On board with Daniel Haynes in the Volante car. Can Daniel Haynes give Volante Racing their first podium finish at SimRace South Africa? New team at SimRace South Africa this season. Peter Bread to say Corne isn't out of nowhere, he's from Boksburg. Oh, okay. Daniel Haynes just patiently creeping up on Leslie Oliphant, and Leslie's know not to just let people pass, so let's see how this goes. Pino into the pits, Crobble into the pits again. Oh, look at the straight line speed Haynes has got on Oliphant. He's going to breeze past him, is he? No, Oliphant just a bit better under braking. Oh, much better drive out of the corner there for Oliphant. Is Oliphant running a bit more aero than Haynes? As Oliphant darts left and right, trying to break the toe. Oh, look at Haynes, much quicker down the straights. Look at that. No problem whatsoever. But Oliphant will be better under braking now, of course. So this is a fascinating battle between these two drivers. Stanner's got Timothy Haynes for 6th position. Oh, into the back of Oliphant goes Haynes. Not too bad. And Oliphant will rejoin in front of him, so no harm, no foul. Oh, someone's off in the distance. Who is that? That is Skulk Pienaar. Pienaar is down in 12th position, a lap down. So just holding up these two drivers somewhat. He can't do much about it now though, but he'll move aside now for them, of course. We should do so at least, respecting those blue flags. Pienaar does just that. And Haynes and Oliphant will resume their battle now. It's Haynes again with his superior straight line performance. Oh, and Oliphant trying to come back at him. No, it hasn't worked out this time. So Daniel should be away now. Haynes, Timothy Haynes has got Lawrence Stenner for 6th position as well. Stenner now under pressure from Mark Henneberry. Oh, and he'll be very cautious through Ascari. Let's let Sterner get away somewhat. Rousseau now leads about almost 20 seconds ahead of Daniel Haynes. So Squadra Ghostworks from Valente Racing from Secured RPM. Pino in the pits from 12th position. Sterner now trying to move away from Hennebury. The gap now up to 1.4 seconds. Breed now has got Oliphant for 3rd positions. What's happened to Oliphant? Did Oliphant have a spin? Anyway, Breed's up to 3rd position. And we'll be hoping that Oliphant reads that stay away sign under his rear wing. But I think Oliphant's not going to do that. Let's see what happens. Has Oliphant got damage? Someone's off. Who's in the background? That's Sean Nario. He's in 16th, a lap down. As Oliphant and Breed fly past. Now, unfortunately, I do not have tyre information at the moment. I do have an app that tells me what's what, but I'm not running at the moment because it uses so much FPS at the moment and it affects the stream. But yes, I need to get onto that sometime. But Brett looking strong in 3rd position. Oh, and Oliphant, around he goes. Oh, that's not often you see that. Laria too, also having a spin in the background as well. So the RPM car struggling here. The Spammer's now up into 5th position. Just a second behind Oliphant. Hennebury is now back on terms with Lawrence Sterner. This battle resumes. Aria is disconnected too, so that's the 2nd retirement this evening. Now down to 15 drivers. Probler back into the pits. But here comes Hennebury, closing in on Sterner. Look at the Oliphant Spammers battle. Stealth tuned closing in on secured RPM. Camera now reporting that Jesse Krubler's car is not repairing the damage in the pit during a pit stop. It could be there's too much damage to the car and the pit really can't fix the damage. That's what could be happening there. Or as Leandro Sparks says, he must select as an option before he does his pit stop. Or during the pit stop, in fact. What can he bring now? Right with Sterner. What can he do now? Okay, from here up the inside, he hasn't looked. No, upside of it. Perhaps wisely so. And Spammers now has Timothy Haynes all over him. This is the battle for 5th position. Up the inside goes Haynes. No, not quite able to make it stick. Oh, it's put Spanners off, and through goes Haynes to 5th position. Look at our race leader Gabriel Rousseau now leading by 19 seconds. I see Daniel Haynes has got that gap down by a second or so. As Rousseau about to start lap 20 of 61. Can he bring down to the pit lane from 8th position? And camera now reporting there that Krubler's damage is now repaired. Says the stealth-tuned team principal. Great news. Sparks now all over Paul. This is the fight for 10th position. Look how Paul's disappearing up the road. Running a lot less drag than what Sparks is running, clearly. Someone's had a spin on the distance. Who is that? It's in fact Daniel Haynes. Wow. From 2nd position. Oh, and Enzo going to the wall again. Are his tyres off? So Haynes now still in 2nd position. He was a lap ahead of those two cars. But now only 5.2 seconds ahead of Oliphant. And has he got damage? Surely he's got a bit of damage. Doesn't look too bad. Holden-Jones into the pits from 8th position for Redline Racing. Rousseau's lead, of course, has shot up to almost 40 seconds now. Absolute domination by Rousseau for Squadro Ghostworks. Of course, Squadworks also dominated the Hot Lap Division qualifying throughout the weekend too. The top 4 cars were Ghostworks run. Haynes down to the pits, of course, to repair the damage, I would guess. His team brother Timothy Haynes flashes by, so does Jan Spammers. Breed currently in 6th position. 7th in fact, as Rested Rousseau comes in to do his pit stop. It's interesting, he hasn't reached the halfway mark of the race just yet, but he comes in anyway. So is on the medium tire. Just saw from the servo log there. And he will rejoin. Still in the race lead. Oh, he makes a start mistake there. Call brakes perhaps. Oliphant into the pits now as well. Oliphant also on the medium tire. And Paul's gone into the soft tire, that's interesting. Daniel Ains also having some difficulty going through turn 1. So as rejoined after this pit stop, he's still got a 15-second lead on Timothy Haynes. Benjamin Wheeler asks, where is Judd Watt? Judd Watt is not racing this evening, unfortunately. But I'm sure he'll be back next week for the first round of our flagship championship, the South African simGP series. And Judd Watt will be defending his driver's title, of course. And the first race will be at the Bathurst circuit. Really looking forward to that. Spammers now under pressure from Stoner. Stoner on debut in the GP series, chasing down Jan Spammers also on debut this evening. Great to see these two fighting out for the last remaining podium step. Oh, Stoner doing well, not trying to back off Spammers. Completely different approaches to that last corner. These two approaching JC Krobler. Krobler a good, I think, a lap behind. The still tuned 131 entry. Stoner closing that gap to Spammers all the time. Into the pits comes Krobler once again. Here comes Stoner now with a run on Spammers. He's going to be better under braking. It is Stoner. He's got that move done nicely. Can Spammers come back at him now? Oh, mistake here by Stoner. Oh, Spammers does so well not to run to the back of him. So Stoner dove into the pits there. Through goes Spammers to third position. Rousseau still leads on lap 28. Only, what, 19 seconds ahead of Timothy Haynes. So his gap's coming down quite a bit. It was 40 seconds at one stage. You see Scott Pinot just making way for the front runners. Good to see. Respect for the blue flags. And JP Paul's up next for Rousseau to get past. Paul breaks a bit earlier to let Rousseau past. Good driving. And now watch Mark Kennebury in 8th position. Oh, a spin here for Hennebury. Keeps the nose out of the wall though, but the rear right tyre took quite a knock. The closest battle at the moment is between JP Paul and Matthew Boy. Boy about to put a lap on, I think that's Pinot. And now we are just 3 seconds behind Paul, challenging for 12th position. Spam is down to the pits from 4th position. Qualified now up into 4th. Rear to 5th position. Paul's heading off. Now 5 seconds behind Boy. Unfortunately for us, the field is spread out quite a bit. No battles really going on lap 31 of 61. Look at our race leader, Gabriel Rousseau. He's got that gap up to 21 seconds now. Look and see how Rousseau navigates the lap. You can just see how much earlier Rousseau gets on the power compared to the other drivers. Interesting not using the curb on the outside. We'll just see how much later Rousseau's braking compared to everybody else. Oh, missed his braking point slightly there. Just ran wide on the apex, not too bad. Makes a slight correction for the second apex. Got the second place car Haynes in the pit lane. In fact, Timothy Haynes from second. His brother Daniel exiting Parabolica. Now we'll get past him. So does Oliphant. Red is now 3.6 seconds behind Timothy Haynes. It's a battle for 4th position. Pino now into the pits from 14th. It's a camera now saying that probably will retire the car now. So he will be our 3rd retirement of the evening, unfortunately. And now Rousseau with a 44-second lead ahead of Timothy Haynes. In fact, it's Daniel Haynes, I beg your pardon. My brother's mixed up there. But yeah, Daniel Haynes for Valenta Racing is currently in second position. And he is 7.6 seconds ahead of secured RPM's Leslie Oliphant. So Daniel Haynes having a very strong outing here for Valenta Racing. And on course to give a Valenta their first ever podium result. Let's see if we can get the job done. And I just want to extend a big welcome to anybody who is watching this and wants to get involved in the sim racing at Sim Racing Africa. You're very welcome to visit our website at simracesa.co.za. Click on the Esports Leagues tab, and there you can have a read about all the different championships you're running this season. And there is a sign-up form that you can fill out, that you can submit that will come through to me via email, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And at the moment we've got 85 people sign up for the season, and I'd really like to get to 100 before the season comes to an end, and for some very competitive racing this season. Of course, we've got round 1 of the South African Sim GD series next week at Bathurst, and we'll probably have around 3 divisions for that round. So yeah, please do not be intimidated if you want to race. That we do run multiple divisions, and there will be always somebody to race. A request from Hunter: is it possible to add the initial of the brothers on the timing screen? Well, I've added everybody's initial now, so we can see exactly who is who. Which is a very good idea, because I was getting confused myself. And I had a look on the apps section there, and I found the settings. There we go. Now we can see that Daniel Haynes is in second and Timothy Haynes is in 4th position. We should give our race leader Rousseau some more airtime. It's doing a fantastic job. Wow, 46 seconds. Faster than anybody else. We've got someone slow in front of Rousseau. Who is that? Matthew Boy! Oh, don't spin in front of the race leader. That was pretty close. Has he got damage? Looks like he might have some damage. Jan Spammer's about to put a lap on him as well. Oh boy, coming to the pits. Or won't he? No, he won't. Boy, I think struggling with a bit of lag there. His ping rate is skyrocketing somewhat. How about an on-board with Rousseau? I think we can do that, Henry. Let's wait for Rousseau to start another lap and then we'll go on board with him. So this is the final corner of the circuit. Through Parabolica we go. I'm going to get a good drive out of here. Down the main straight we go. Watch Rousseau bang up the gears. 7th gear. Over 320 kilometers an hour we're going now. It's over 17,000 RPM. Into Retifilio we go. Turn 1. Hard on the brakes. Clip the first apex. Second one as well. Straighten the car as soon as possible. Get back on the power. Rousseau does a sterling job out of that. Flat out. Through Curva Grande. Towards Roggio corner we go. Tight left right combination. So brakes at that marking board. Clips both apexes beautifully. Stays away from the curb on the outside. Interesting enough. Through Lesmo 1 now. Wide entry. Tightening up the radius as you go through the corner. Now Lesmo 2. Straighten the car as quickly as possible. Back on the power. And then through towards Ascara we go. Wide entry to the second apex, third as well. I think Rousseau ran a bit too wide there for his liking, but he corrected the car mid-corner. Towards Parabolica now. Very quick on the downshifts is Rousseau. That's a lap with race leader Gabriel Rousseau. That's why he's leading this race. As we see, Marais has got Holden-Jones for 9th position. So it's one up there for Valenta Racing. And Marais has got race leader Rousseau about to put a lap on him. Mark Kennedy in the pits from 8th position. Look at corner Bread, currently in 5th position, 8.8 seconds ahead of Sterner. Just 2.7 seconds behind Oliphant. So Bread looking to change 4th position if he can. Put someone off there. It's Stephen Sparks in 12th position. Murray into the pits now from 9th. On board now with Bread. Bit of a wider approach than Rousseau through that corner. And a tighter approach than Rousseau through that one too. So very different approaches to the corners through the Lesmos. Very similar to Rousseau through Ascari, as Daniel Haynes now pits from second position. Oh, a lot of corrections through the corner through Parabolica. Has Bread got a problem? Bread into the pits now. Wow, looks like with a rear tyre let go there. And Bread feels the need to come in again. Bread now changes to the medium tyre. Rousseau in as well. So multiple stops clearly the strategy for this race. Again, Rousseau battling to turn one. We saw that after his first pit stop as well. Oliphant into the pits now. Oliphant on the medium tyre as well. The medium tyre looking only good for a third of the race, it seems. So it's very interesting to know that through for the rest of the season, as Monza's relatively low wear track. Next tracks coming up would be higher wear. Oh, Sparks and Paul have come together through turn one. It's the battle for 11th position. Stoner's looking to put a lap on both of them. Oh, and Stoner's outbraked himself. Oh, he collects Paul and Steven Sparks in the process. Oh, this has got ugly. Everybody just needs to get off the circuit. They do that. Oh, Stoner a bit too hasty on the accelerator there. Yes, Division 2 will be quite, let's say, different on Wednesday evening. Yes. We'll have a number of the Division 1 drivers who couldn't race this evening due to load shedding, racing in Division 2. So it should be a nice full grid on Wednesday evening. So everybody better bring their A game. Let's see how we get on. Steven Sparks has passed JP Paul again for 11th position. So our closest batter on track. Oh, and Paul's had another off. Looks like his tires let go, I think. Just needs to be careful with rejoining. Wow, nearly collects race leader or so. That was nearly ugly. Rousseau avoids the chaos. I was about to put a lap on one of the red line racing cars. Bread now right with Spammers for 5th position. This batter hotting up nicely. It's gone board with Bread. Cornet chasing down Jan. Yeah, these cars are very difficult to drive yet. No ABS, no traction control. Almost 800 horsepower under your right foot. It's quite something. Bread now just half a second behind Spammers. Spammers got the straight line performance as well, it seems. The gap starts to close. Oh, and Spammers outbraked himself. Here comes Bread around the outside. Has he got him? Yes, he has. So Bread up into 5th position. Nicely done. Capitalizing on a mistake by Spammers. Rudy Moreno catching up to Caldenes. The battle for 9th position. Volante versus Red Line. Moray now just the second behind Holden-Jones. It's our closest battle for the moment. Got board now with Rudy. Now Holden-Jones running a bit wide out of Viscari. Spammers has got Bread back for 5th position as Rudy Moray shoots past Holden-Jones. Holden-Jones come back at him now. Someone's off in the back. Who's that? It's corner. Bread's off. Wow, what's happened to Bread? Oh, he was doing so well. Now he's down to 7th position. Spammers instead in the pits. Holden-Jones does not have the legs on Moray. As Moray outbreaks himself, but as well to recover. Just 11 laps remaining now. Rousseau still 40 seconds ahead of Timothy Haynes. The gap spacing remains static for a while now. Daniel Haynes now 9.4 seconds behind his brother Timothy. Let's see if he can do anything about that. Second lap, come Daniel, you can do it. Persona up in his best delta time so far. Almost 0.2 of a second quicker. This will be the quickest lap of the race. Good 10th and a half quicker. So does a 27 dead. So now approaching Pinard, put a lap on him. We are a good 44 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. As Pinard slows down to let Rousseau past. And Rousseau's on lap 54 of 61 as Rousseau makes an uncharacteristic error there. He does survive. Passing a good 7/10 of a second. And just 7 laps remaining now. We had 17 starters and unfortunately 3 retirements, so we're down to 14. But I'm just stoked that we could have a race this evening after all the load shedding reports came through today. But we're about to complete Division 1 race for this round. Of course, Division 2 will be on Wednesday evening. Sterner now approaching Spammers. They kept just under 2 seconds now. See what he can do. It's turning eyeing it. Oh, and I think that's Spammers and Timothy Haynes coming together. Spammers not feeling the need to wait for Timothy Haynes. And anyway, he will resume his battle with Sterner. Oh, that was pretty hairy there for the second place driver, Timothy Haynes. Here comes Sterner with a good run on Spammers. Has Spammers got damage, I wonder? On board with Sterner. Staying at the back of the Stealth Tune car. Oh, much better driving by Sterner. And he's through. Look at that. Easy as pie. Sterner goes to 6th position. With 4 laps remaining. Obviously, Rousseau has begun the final lap of this race, leading by over a minute to Timothy Haynes. Timothy a good 5 seconds ahead of Daniel. So when I come through Ascari for the very last time. Down the back straight to Parabolica. And Gabriel Rousseau will come through to take victory of the 2019.1 South African simGP Series Round 1 at Monza. Perfect start to his GP Series campaign. Congratulations to him. Esquadra Ghostworks. Fantastic dominant drive. Timothy Haynes almost a lap back in second position, about to put a lap on Corner Breed. I think that, no, it's not. Who is that? Oh, they come together as well. Oh, where is Daniel? Daniel's going to come through to sneak past into second. Wow, that's unfortunate. Who is that? That's Jan Spammers. So Haynes and Spammers coming together. That's allowed Valentes, Daniel Haynes to sneak past. And he's going to claim Valentes' first podium result at Sim Race South Africa. Rob, you're looking at a low 27, I think it looks like race pace. Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, Daniel Haynes comes through to round Parabolica for the last time. And he will get second position for Valente Racing. Well done, Daniel Haynes. And Timothy will get third. Timothy Haynes for Rebel Ghostworks. And Spammers will come through to get 7th. And there's the Oliphant will get 4th position already in the pits. Corner Bread will get 5th position. Well, Willie, as he puts it in the wall. Where's Sterner? Sterner's already finished the race. So Bread will get 5th as well. Sterner 6th, Spammers 7th, Hembury 8th, Murray 9th, and Peter Gelnetz completes the top 10. Well, that rounds up the, or concludes rather, round 1 in the South African simGP Series in our 2019.1 season. From me, Jason Holden-Jones, thank you very much for watching. It's been an entertaining race, and we've got our Division 2 race for this round coming up on Wednesday evening, so we look forward to that as well. But we'll be live streaming again on Monday evening at Bathurst for round 1 of the 2019.1 South African simGP Series. Really looking forward to that one. I know everyone's putting a lot of effort into preparation for that race. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Well, until then, have a great week. And we'll see you then. Goodbye.